Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you are having a fine day. We're running late because we had a doctor's appointment take way longer than we intended. They do that, don't they? I have a song stuck in my head, so if I start singing lyrics that have nothing to do with Nancy Drew, my apologies. Stay. Just waiting for at least one of them to show up. And then I'll be happy. In the meantime, I will kind of plug my YouTube channel. I posted the last video from last week there. I even edited it. I edited out all the swearing and did some cool jump cuts. Didn't quite come out exactly the way I wanted it to, but I'm still learning how to use the software, so bear with me. I'm new to this. You're all new once. But please do check out the YouTube channel. Spread it around, show your friends. Once I get the video editing process a little better, I may even start posting unstreamed content, just straight recordings of various games, if I get there. The first one to come to mind would be Baldur's Gate 3. I'm not sure if anyone would have an interest in that, but I want to record my second playthrough, so I'm going to be doing a Dark Urge. Just waiting on people to come in. This is normal for streaming. Hell, some streamers even wait hours to see if their chat fills up. Yeah. Kitty Mama, are you even familiar with Baldur's Gate games? They are based on a D&D-like universe called Faerun. And the mechanics are even basically, what if D&D was a computer game with dice and everything? It's freaking fascinating. I don't know much about 1 or 2, but I know 3 is quite popular right now because it came out recently. Air quotes, recently. And fear not, I intend to finish recording and doing Monster Hunter 2, but That one wasn't very conductive for streaming because of how power intensive it was for my PC. It made things difficult. Also, the high stress of game unfamiliar, you know? Of course, I'd like to be doing some 14 content, but unfortunately, my 14 account is unavailable right now. Are you meaning to tell me that you're watching the recording while watching the stream? If I understand that message correctly? No, the Monster Hunter. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. If you've got interest in that, go for it. I'd like to finish it. I know I've been promising you the Follow My Echo recordings too. I'm lost. I'm lost as stuff. Yep, still waiting. If either Cass or Silver would show up, it's I just don't want them to miss. They may have to catch the recording. Because I can't sit here forever. I will give them another few minutes, though. Until then, chat, how you doing? Got any questions? I'll answer almost anything. The music is pretty cool too. I do love Nancy Drew's music. It's got this nice vibe of being both chill and intense. Alright, we'll get started at this point. I was giving it a few more minutes. I was going to give it till the 25 mark, but you're probably right. You're probably right, love. Alright. Ready to explore the basement? I am. Ooh, a backpack.
That looks new. It might be Jesselyn's.
Cocoa, Kringles, milk, chocolate, crunchies. La vache, it's very cow. This is actually a reoccurring gag in Nancy Drew games. They got the Cocoa Kringles brand candy. And then Nancy eats it and goes, oh, shouldn't go yum, I guess. Alright, we got 2 key. And then, ooh, okay. Looks like I got some reading to do. Wedding notes. You know. You know my mom and you know me. So when you look over this list, don't forget the crazy requests are not mine. My one request is that you show up and wear a suit. What follows is the list of demands from on high. Tell your mom that I'm fine doing whatever, but she's got to go toe-to-toe with my mom about any changes. She will. Trust me. Let's just try not to be near that. So here goes. Your groomsmen, no beards or piercings or tattoos. They should be all wearing the exact same shade of black. That is just not going to happen. I have made the mistake of having friends with personalities. No wedding DJ. It has to be a band and not Brian's band. No one likes weddings. DJs. I have already told Brian his band could play. They'll behave this time. I'll make sure of it. This time. Table cards. Go talk to my mom about this. She'll make you pick out which ones you like. Pick the second set she shows you. If you pick the first set or the last, she'll assume you weren't paying attention. It doesn't matter what you pick. I doubt that you'll care. I do not care at all. My mom wants to mix all the guests up at the wedding so people mingle. It is up to you to stop that from happening. No one likes that. That's because it's a stupid idea. Not looking forward to that. She's going to try to get you to force me to uninvite a few of my friends. Obviously, I'm not going to. And when she tries, I'll just say, I tried, but you know how Jess gets. Menu. Why can't you deal with this yourself? Why is all this stuff about your mom? Oop! Mara, it's a bot. Attack! Get the bot! Why can't you deal with this yourself? Why is this all stuff about your mom? She doesn't realize I'm not marrying her, right? Past. Balsamic clouded etched ice. Did you hire one of those molecular gastronomy guys? That science is quite cool. I've gotten to play around with that. That is fun. Cucumber tea sandwiches. Caramelized onion pecan tarts. Now that sounds disgusting. Why would you mix caramelized onions and pecans? Pick a tart. Quail eggs and caviar over scalloped mousseline? Yeah, this sounds disgusting. Chilled strawberry soup and a balsamic cloud etched in ice ramekins. Okay, this is the only one that makes any sense, though it is way too fancy even for a wedding. Like, that's what you serve at, like, a gala for, like, a bunch of rich people. Why not fried chicken, cheesy shrimp grits, and mac and cheese? That's what everyone's going to want. Why is everyone's food that requires appreciation? Here we go. Found a way to click down. Requires appreciation. Dessert. I know how to say this word. We're just moving on. Dark chocolate pudding served with white pepper ice cream? Isn't this be fun? So basically bread filled with pudding and ice cream. That sounds disgusting. And the ice cream is pepper flavored? I'm trying not to swear here, but this menu is awful. Reception. Caterer's choice of bar snacks. We need to reserve blocks of rooms for the wedding. My mom will provide you a list of things she wants regarding to the room. No, just one list. I can't have a list, have an item that is another list. It is wedding prep, a stress test. I see. Is wedding prep a stress test to see if you really want to get married? Is that what this is? Because that has to be what this is. I kind of agree with whoever the writer is. It's like, we know it's either the fiance or it's Jess. Judging by the "I'll try, but you know how Jess gets getting in the black test," I would assume the writer is Jess herself. The missing persons. Which just confirms this is likely her bag. Oh, let's see what the other paper is. Oh wait, that's okay.
The Thornton family tree.
Oh, interesting. Interesting. Yes, that might be handy indeed. Anything else? Nope. Door. And welcome to the basement. Let's go talk to Harper.
Hello.
Hello.
This house is pretty run down. Are you sure it's safe to use that furnace?
No.
Maybe you should not use it? You could be filling the house with fumes.
Sounds like upstairs people problems to me. I'm downstairs people.
I've actually used this line to bitch about my roommates. That sounds like upstairs people problems.
Can you tell me a little more about Clara?
I could, but as a lover of the written word, I prefer show, not tell. So why don't you go ask her about her daddy?
You're mean.
What do you know about Clara?
She's cold. She's a cold person, nothing like Jessalyn. Ask her about Jessalyn. See how she reacts. Not like the caring mom she's pretending to be. Not if you really look.
Were you and Clara close as children?
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't have to go into it.
Should I even have to? Look at me down here, and she's up there. I try not to hate her, but I can't help it.
Why are you here?
Jessalyn, poor little Jessie Lamb has vanished, they say. Can't have that. Not here. No, not on the island.
Why not here?
No, I won't let the workers have her.
Workers?
They won't rest, and they want Jessalyn just like they took No.
Took who?
Don't you worry. You can't have her. You have taken enough.
Clara came to live with you after her mom died. Is that right?
Yes.
Did you get along?
Yeah, we was a regular Tom and Huck to start.
What do you think of Wade?
The Wade man of Alcatraz. Don't trust him about a single thing in this living world. The world of the dead, he understands that.
Do you really believe in the ghost?
Her name is Charlotte, and I've seen her. She's spoken to me.
What exactly did her ghost say?
Boo.
Ugh.
Not my fault she's a stickler for convention. She also says, get out. Oh, right, almost forgot. She says that she hates you and she wants you to leave.
Tell me about Charlotte.
She was my big sister.
Do you really think she's...
I know.
How do you know?
No more. When Shaw died, that was the end of my family. I was left completely alone. All I have to call home are those memories. If I share them, they won't be mine anymore.
I'm sorry I asked.
You just didn't know what you were asking.
I lost my mom when I was a girl.
Oh, then you must be an expert on everything.
But sharing my memories of her always made her seem closer, not further away.
You've seen her? What they've made her into? You think I want her closer? And people think I'm crazy. You're crazy.
What do we got over here? What do we got over here? Book. Charlotte's cryptic obsession with Jackson was indeed grave. She was in search of something lost in the search itself. And who was this Jackson? They say dead men tell no tales, but that isn't true now, is it? That phrase itself came from a man who is now dead, and still telling tales and letting his thoughts go traveling through humanity like hitchhikers, patiently waiting to get to the next town. Who is Jackson indeed? What is he hiding? And who put it there? Was it Charlotte? More suspicious red lettering. If we're to believe, might be Jesselyn. And what's this? Yeah, pieces. Clearly a door that we can't open yet. Oh, cart. Wheel. Boom, boom. Dum, dum. Spooky. Oh, there's a passage and a contraption. Interesting. And another locked door. Aren't those fun?
Looks like it's missing a piece.
We'll be back later. Okay then. Well, that was fun exploring the basement. Hopefully something triggers when we get back upstairs. Wait, we should check on the phone.
I need to figure out the password.
Bet the boyfriend would, or fiance, might know the password. The donkey man, you mean? He's not back yet, though, either. But the mom is.
Yes?
Alrighty. I'm pondering telling her, because that is a trigger for a different ending in the game, I think. Because I believe this is one of the few Nancys that has different endings.
Who else was in that old portrait with you?
You know, hon, we had that covered up for a reason. I can't talk about it. Not right now. Please, just leave me be.
No, I couldn't die from this choice. Apparently I'll get kicked out of the conversation for... You know what? Fine. Old lady. I'll go see if I can go to bed. We can talk more later. Oh, shoot. Creepy. I guess not. Pretty much the only thing we've... Well, let's see if that triggered. No? No? Maybe Wade's out here.
Hi there.
Hi there.
I found a set of graves without names on the markers.
That is where our troubles began.
What happened?
Most of the family would rather it never come up. Our first factory was right here on the island. At the time, it made us a lot of money. But along the way, we got greedy. Never built a place for the workers to stay. They'd bed down right on the processing floor. Nothing for heat in the winter, so the workers built fires inside. One winter, there was a wicked cold snap. They built a couple of extra big fires, and in the night the fumes built up. None of them ever woke up again. That's when we split in two. Half saying this'll never happen again, and half saying accidents happen. Grieve and move on.
Do you think that what happened to Charlotte was an accident?
Dunno. The night before, I saw her take off into the night holding this little package like it was precious to her. The look on her face. I should have stopped her, said, "What is wrong?" "Here, take this."
Is this Charlotte's?
"Yes."
Do you know what this is? Can you tell me what it's for?
"Maybe that's enough for now."
Please, 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 never let this fall into the wrong hands. If you find this and do not know what it is, please, I'm begging, put it back and hide it well. If you know who I am, then this will help you understand what I did. Arrange the colored pairs, orange and blue numbers. Along the side indicates how many of those colors are in the corresponding row or column. This is important. 2 squares of the same color can't be directly next to each other. Use the XX to mark pairs you know contain neither color. This will lead you to what I've hidden.
When did the factory accident happen?
That was more than 100 years ago, and we still can't move on. That's why this house still stands, I think. Until we Thorntons decide who we're gonna be, we're stuck on this island. You should see it on a summer day when the ocean and the sky are sharing the same blue and the grass is bright. But here it is, gray and dark, under all the misery we've heaped upon it.
You don't seem like a bad guy. Can you tell me why you ended up in jail?
You really want to know?
I do.
Then listen. I don't care if you believe me, but keep this to yourself.
Okay.
I wasn't close to the company then. Still ain't, but I heard through a friend of the guy down the way. You know how it goes. I heard that our processing plant in town was up to its old tricks, hiring people who couldn't afford to quit and treating them beyond bad, locking them in to meet quotas and such. I asked Clara. She denied, naturally, but it made her so mad I asked. I had to go check it out myself. I went in the middle of the night, and right away I saw it was true. The exit was padlocked, right in plain view of the world, and no one cared. I broke in, that's true. I was furious. I broke one of the big machines, that's true too. So there it is. I stood up, and boy, did I get knocked down.
You must be pretty mad at Clara.
You don't even know the half of it.
Savannah said Charlotte was supposedly a ghost.
Not supposedly.
In my experience, ghosts tend to be not real.
Then consider yourself lucky. In my experience, of which I have significantly more, reality isn't that simple.
Have you ever actually seen this ghost?
This ghost was my cousin Charlotte, and yes, I saw her. I saw her grow up. I was here the night she died, and I've seen her since, much as I wish that wasn't true.
I met Harper.
Don't talk nonsense.
I did. I can prove it. She's down under the house.
Now that would ruin Claire's day. I'm gonna go get her.
I swear, Harper was there.
Nancy, I've got enough to deal with. Stop playing games, or I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you do that too many times, they will ask you to leave. And that's the end of the case, even though you don't die.
Nancy.
Can you tell me a little about Harper? It seems like you two really didn't get along.
She blamed me for what happened to Charlotte.
Blamed you?
On some level, she was convinced it was me. I let it go at first. She was just torn to shreds about the whole thing. But the more time went by, the more disturbed she got. She was obsessed with the idea that I had stolen part of Charlotte's locket.
What kind of locket?
I never figured out what she was talking about. One night, she followed me out onto the widow's walk. When I got near the railing, she pushed, and I fell. By the time I got out of the hospital, she was gone. I can't say I wasn't relieved.
Wade said you're the reason he went to jail. Is that true?
No. Wade is the reason Wade went to jail.
He said you were the one who pressed charges.
Well, isn't he the chatterbox when it suits him?
Is that true?
Yeah, it is. What he doesn't get, what no one gets, is that I meant well. No matter how he explained it to you, he broke the law. He broke into the factory, he damaged thousands of dollars of equipment, and scared the workers half to death. I didn't think he'd go to jail, though, and he knows that.
What did you think would happen?
I thought community service. An officer to keep him away from his crooked friends so he would finally straighten up. I planned on dropping the charges, but once the ball got rolling, I lost control of it. Wade ended up sitting across from a judge who wanted to make an example. And that was that. Wade has wanted his revenge ever since. It's stupid. I even suspected him of taking Jesselyn to get back at me. But he'd never do something like that. I mean, I don't think.
This next question's going to piss her off.
Can you tell me anything about your father that might be relevant?
Why would you ask me about my father?
You know, no stone unturned, pursue all angles.
I don't believe you. Fine. I never knew who my daddy was. Happy to hear me say that?
I promise I didn't know.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Why didn't your mother ever tell you?
I think one day she was gonna tell me. But she didn't live to get the chance.
See you later.
Take care.
Itchy. Eyeballs. Aha! Donkey Boy is back.
Do you know much about Harper?
I heard she's in some psych hospital or something. But that's all I know. I saw her around once in a while when I was a kid, but I don't remember much.
Did Jesselyn ever say anything about her?
Just that she seemed scared of her. Maybe they had a past, but I don't know.
I'd better get going.
Bye.
Okay. Well, if no one of the family has any, hell. Eerie singing again. Someone gonna be mad at me. I told something. There once was a ghost who could only write notes. She lived in the walls and loved to float. She stood in the walls where you stepped off your boat. She skipped through the graves and told you she wrote, "Push the glass vessels and find me in below. C before I, before K, N immediately before B. F neither first nor fourth. K after N, I is third." Alright, I'm going to want to write that down. Where is my gaming notebook? Actually, this would probably go under the video editing notebook, because I'm filming a video. Notebooks are the key to solving most of these games. C before I, and I is third. So C is either 1 or 2. 1 or 2. I is before K, and K is after N. Okay. N is immediately before B. So K is after N, so N has to be before I, and is immediately before B. So if I is third and C is before I, neither N nor B can be before C. Clue indeed. So N has to be after I, but is after K. K is after N. So N has to be after I, and immediately after N is B. But nothing that says that can't be after B. No rule says that. So we have I in third slot, followed by N, B, and K. F is neither first nor fourth. And seeing as it's no other restrictions, C is before I, it is C, F, I, N, B, K. Or at least that's our best bet. Let's go solve it. Back down to the basement we go. Actually, first let's check out that furnace while Harper's not here. No. And it won't let us. Okay.
I need to follow the instructions from the note.
That said, I probably should have wrote down the rows. 2, 3. 8, K, F, A, G, L, B, H, M, C, I, N, D, J, O. Alright, now that I have that wrote down, And we have our suspected order. It's C, F, I, N, B, and then K. I did it right. Yeah. Look at me being a clever ditto.
What was I supposed to think? One day you were just gone.
I'd better listen.
Lexi. And I hope you understand how much that makes me hate you right now.
Who is Lexi?
Who is Lexi indeed? Ooh. Camera. Hey. And back to the house. Can I take this with me? Yes. Nothing else? Nothing else. Oh.
What's happening?
Hey, the day rolled over. The stone with the tea. Yeah, yeah. Why did we wake up here? Well, and another note. A flower is a joy when it thrives, a burden when it dies, when death arrives. Gather your dried petals where immortals reside, where immortality resides. Place the flower where she stands before the stone turns to dust, and she will tell you what she can, away and back to earn her trust. Use it here. Well, now we have some interesting leads. Yes, yes. But before we go wandering off, I'm going to go check in with the phone friends, because Addison, the best friend, may yet have her phone's password. You know?
Yeah?
Yeah, I was right.
Can you help me figure out Jesselyn's password?
No. Actually, wait. Hang on. The tombstone portion of our scavenger hunt? There was something strange about it.
Can you think of a reason she would hide her password there?
Just in case something happened to her. I
That's
thought she said that
cryptic.
to scare me, but maybe not.
Ooh, that's cryptic.
I found a camera. Was that yours?
Yeah, that's probably Jess's. We were taking pictures for the scavenger hunt. She took it with her when she wandered off. Maybe the pictures might help you find her.
Ooh, yeah. We'll definitely check that out, huh?
See you later.
Find Jess.
Will do. Next call, Savannah. See if she's got anything fun to say now that the day's rolled over.
Yeah?
Nope.
I'd better get going.
Later, hon.
And oh, wait, wrong button. Ah.
Yeah?
See you later.
Y'all be careful now.
And you. Phone. Bess. Call.
Hey.
It looks like Clara never knew who her father was.
How sad. Do you think you can figure out who it was?
I don't think that's the important part.
Right. That was just a test question to see if you were still a smart detective. For a further test, please explain why.
She never really got to know her place in the family. I don't know exactly how, but that's a piece of this. It's a case of follow the money. Someone wants what Clara has, or Clara's worried she's going to lose it.
Wonder why. Maybe because it was never hers to begin with?
I heard Colton talking to a girl named Lexi.
Who do you think it is?
I don't know the details, but they were romantically involved.
Whoa, as in possible motive for Colton?
No clue.
Mm.
See you later.
Bye.
All right, now that we have phoned all our friends, let's go see what freshness this house has brought us. A new day, a new search.
Hello.
I'd better get going.
I
See you
better
later,
get going.
hon.
Far away from you.
We could have found a way.
I should listen.
Lexi, I know you still care about me. I want to see you when this is all over. I know. All I said is I want to see you. Then why did you pick up the phone? Just see me.
It sounds like
Aw.
he's talking to Lexi.
Well, I can't turn around.
Hey,
Hey.
did you listen in on my call?
Who is Lexi?
What are you talking about?
The girl you were on the phone with?
You don't know what you heard. You understand me?
I think she is someone important to you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Your fiancé is missing, and the way you're talking to this Lexi...
You want a conversation? Fine. I love Lexi. I want to spend my life with her.
You're engaged.
That was based on a lie. Clara, my parents, even Jesslyn, they were all in on it.
Jesselyn? Are you sure?
She'd have to be. I mean, I haven't considered that she might not be yet. Before Jess and I got together, I was with Lexi. Until one day she called and said it was over. She wouldn't even see me. Then, she was gone. And now I find out. My parents pushed her away, and Clara pushed me and Jess together. Mom and Dad wanted a piece of the Thornton fortune, and Clara wanted a piece of the Birchfield influence. So excuse me for being conflicted. I want Jesslyn safe, but...
I still don't understand what's going on. Why are you
Business
here?
marriage.
Try to forget something.
Forget what?
I guess it must have worked.
Hmm.
So, things would really work out for you if Jesselyn just disappeared.
Do you really want to ask me that?
Sorry, I just really want to figure out where she is.
Trust me, so do I.
Aren't you worried that your parents won't approve of Lexi?
Not after all they've done. It's time for them to start worrying about my approval. Because I am done looking for theirs.
Amen.
Why is Lexi so important?
I've always felt a little out of step with the world. When I met Lexi, it's like everything snapped into place. I don't know how else to put it.
And it wasn't the same with Jesselyn?
I do love her, but not in the way I tried to. Jess is my best friend, and always will be. If she ever comes home, and if she ever forgives me.
You don't think Jesselyn's coming back, do you?
What are you implying?
Nothing. Just observing.
You want to know the truth so bad? Yeah, I'm afraid she's never coming back. Happy?
You scared me.
Did Clara get along with Charlotte and Harper when she was younger?
They all got along famously. Until the night of the fire.
What exactly happened?
Charlotte was getting ready for her big 21st birthday ball. And at the last minute went off to what is now the ruins. No one knows what started the fire.
After that, what about Clara and Harper?
Clara grew up pretty fast, but Harper, she got lost in that night and never got found.
Clara told me that she never intended for you to go to jail.
Don't believe that.
Why not?
Because it ain't true. She used to come visit just to laugh at me through the glass. That was the price of hearing about home.
Now, this might be a case of misinterpreted perspective, too. Sounds like those two just don't see eye to eye.
Adios.
You know? So, need to put the flowers here. We did get a key. Oh, key part. It's not the whole. Okay. What do you have to say for yourself? Nothing? Good. I was thinking that there might have been something on the back of these, because I thought I saw that in the camera. No, that's the front porch. Ah, okay. And then we want to go check that out in a minute.
This looks like the picture from the camera.
Hey. Spooky. Oh, what's this?
The numbers along the edges should help me arrange the tiles correctly.
The tile puzzle. Nice. What was that instruction? Here we go. Arrange the color pairs orange and blue. Numbers along the side indicate how many of the colors are corresponding in the row or column. This is important. Two squares of the same color can't be directly next to each other. Use the XX to mark pairs you know contain neither color. Oh, okay. So, okay. Okay. So then if this is thing, it has to be blue. Okay. Okay. And then all three of these have to be blue. And then those ones are also X, because that's, no, okay, there we go, because those are also crossed out, so there we go, that's those arrangements. But that's not completely accurate, because if that was accurate, this would be impossible, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, it has to be that these are active. In this case, blue. No, okay, I see how it would work. Flip, flip. Flip, flip. Good, okay. Patterned. And then, if that's right, then this one would be off. And those would be correct. Sort of. This one's incorrect. These are right next to each other. So this would have to flip. Which means so with this one. Which means so with this one, and then this one. Now everything is accurate. Except for it's not following the thing. So para. If I kill that one, I can then put... Oh, okay, so those are vertical. In that case... reset. Alright, these are our tell columns, though. This is the one that's probably telling me the most, so I need to listen to these columns to get these two correctly. Once I do that, the rest of the puzzle should fall into place. Right? Okay. The 4s will tell us nothing, because it just means that there's a full spectrum. That all the buttons are pressed in both this one and this one, so those tell us nothing. There are 2 oranges and only 1 blue in this row. Given such a low ratio, this is the highest chance to be double X. These have the highest chance to be. That would be good. Then flip them and they're fine. And flip this and they're fine. Okay. Then these have the highest chance. No, this has to be blocked out. Because by it just existing, it would have a second orange, which we can't have in this row. But that makes no sense. It can't be blocked out. It's part of a double 4. So then it's more likely that this one's blocked out. And that this is our only orange. Which then means that this one's also blocked out. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's Sudoku, right? No, wait. Nanograms? Love, can you help me remember the name of this type of puzzle? I know we've done these before. I used to... There's one on my phone that is basically this, and I absolutely loved them. Pictograms, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. Alright, same logic. So we have 2 oranges, and this one's a bar, so you could have one XX and one... This one's a pair. So this is likely where... Yeah, and then these 2... Well, they can't be XX, so... This has to be X'd because these 2 can't be because this is here. So they just have to be... Yeah. It's one of the reasons I love these kinds of games, because most of the puzzles are just stuff like this that do exist elsewhere in the world. Sudoku, nanograms, pictograms. Alright, so all of the things are activated in this line because there's another 4. So we'll get back to that. In fact, I think we're going to focus on the 2s and 1s now. It's only a 2 in this row. And one of them's part of the 4 row, so this has to be activated. As does this one. And that basically sets us for orange. We can have one more blue in the row, so it has to be one of these two, which means that this is an X. The question is which one of these two is our blue? Or it could be this one. One of these two crosses is our blue. We just don't know yet. This one has to be active because it's part of our double bar. And because this one's active, we can't. We have to flip them. Which now gives us an incorrect here. So these need to be flipped around. It's got the freedom to do that. This one may not. It's a there. That's correct. Okay. And so that, oh, no, wait, this one of these has to be inaccurate, or this one's in the incorrect shape, maybe. Okay. Doot. 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 Okay. Wait, no. Positive and negatives confuse me quite a bit, so there we go. There we go. These have to sit like that in order to match the rest of that. Which means that this first one also has to sit like that because of the bar 4. Always fill out your stuff that you can read easily. It'll make it easier to read the things, yes? Okay. And I think we're wise about that one being there because there can only be 3 oranges, but there has to be 4 blues. And it can only give us a blue. So the rest of these... That means that this other one has to be orange. And this one's likely an X. No, because we need an extra blue. Maybe this is our X, and then there's our blue, and then... So maybe no, I can't be wrong there, because that tracks with this one, so it has to... Unless that's the X. Oh, that seems to work. Yeah. That seems to work. Yeah. Alright, so we need 2 blues here. See, if I just make both of these blue, there's the problem. One, they'd be next to each other. Means this one has to be blue so that there'd be an extra blue. So that these can't be next to each other. Which means that this has to be X'd out. Which then gives us... There. You're an X. I'm lost. Okay. Maybe. This. Put this back. Okay, wait. There. And there. Yeah. Getting there. This Ooh, we're the base. Okay, with that, I think that we now know that this line has to be filled. And since we have enough information to know that it goes in this rotation, there we go. Same with this line. We have enough information. See what I mean by figuring it 2 lines and the rest falls in place? Toot. And then do. Toot. Hey! We got there. Okay, snake puzzle. And Mom 1867, right? Nose itches, sorry. Alright, let's go check out this spooky house. House on the house. Oh, hello.
That wasn't just my imagination. There's something down there.
Wait, the picker. Ooh.
Got it.
I think we know where that might go. Go up the stairs? No. Ooh, pictures. Very 90s. Video. Film, accurately. Spooky. Well, we happen to know where to go with the film.
Why would you play that? Turn it off now!
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you with the movie.
I know, but just give me a minute. Seeing that well, it made my head hurt worse. I keep seeing it when I close my eyes.
By the way, this particular little tea setup they have here, I remembered what this particular type of tea is called. It's called a mint julep. What you're supposed to do is take the mint and the sugar and like pulp it like you would for a mojito, and then put the lime and the tea in there, and it's supposed to be really good. Yeah, the skull key opens the crypt. Oop. Hello.
I had to come out here because of you.
I still don't understand why you're hiding.
You don't know who these people are. You think you know who to trust, but you don't.
I trust you.
You do? Then don't tell anyone where I am. But just so you know, you shouldn't trust me either. I don't have your best interests at heart.
Can't do that right now.
Leave that alone. Leave that alone.
Okay. Okay. You know what? She's not going to let me touch anything while she's in there. Yep. 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 Do. Alright. No, wait. It's this thing I want. Because Addison said the epitaphs will help us with opening the phone. So I want to write all this stuff down. It is time to get the power of technology on our side. Snipping tool. Oh, wait. Never mind. Alright. Grammar 8-1 RN 13 5 Dodge. Is that a name? 3. Factory accident victims. 1 5. Nana. 7 3. LA 2 5. Ghost 4 2. Word letter up there at the top. Do be patient with me. I am not great with epitaphs. Epitaphs. Am I saying that correctly? Alright. So let's get some easy ones out of the way. Charlotte's the ghost. So we want 4th word, 2nd letter. 3. So that would be W, I think, if I'm reading that correctly. Double check the rules. Yeah. Alright. And then we use this to figure out who's Nana and Grandma. Jesselyn's mother's mother would probably be either the grandmother or the Nana. And then Virginia Thornton would also be the other one. So it's either Rosalind Thornton or Virginia Thornton. For one of those two. We don't know which one's which, because we don't know who Jesselyn called who. Hey, could ask Wade, maybe he'd know.
Hi.
Nope.
I'd better get going.
Bye.
Well, we're just going to assume that either could fit, and we'll swap it on whichever one makes the most sense. That's what makes the most sense, yes? So, if it's the grandmother, the letter we're looking for is the 8th word, first letter. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it would be P. And then if it's Nana, it would be 7th word, 3rd. So then it can't be Nana because the 7th word only has 2 letters. Ha ha ha, the game was smart to tell you this. Okay. And then Nana would be Virginia Thornton. Where was she? There she is. So 7, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that doesn't help. I guess that's not who Nana is. Alright, let's go get the souls of the damned. 1, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Y. Could be an aunt. Thank you. That is something I forget that some people call their aunts as Nana. Okay, so an aunt by Jesselyn's standard could be Marianne. I guess that would be her grandmother's sister, so a great aunt. That would definitely be a Nana. That's Luther. That's Lee. Sarah Emma. Beauregard. Ethel May Newton is this one. So now we have the first name for this one. Cool. Noted. Harper. Gray Lady. Damn it. Damn it. Ruby Newton. No, turn it back. Aha, Marianne. Nope, can't be Marianne, because too short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, that's 7. That's Savannah? Huh? Oh, call Savannah. That makes some sense. She might know a little bit about this. She researched the family. Okay, yeah, that's a good call if I can't figure it out on my own. I may yet try that avenue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are, so 7, third letter would be E. Okay. So we need to figure out who Doge RN. Wasn't there an RN? Ruby Norton. I think I saw her over there. So that's got to be Ruby Norton because there wasn't very many Nortons buried in the Thornton graveyard. You know what I mean? So RN is 13-5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. R. Alright. And LA. Did I read the note correctly? Yeah, LA 25. But I don't see anyone having an A last name here. And did any of these people have the name Doge? See if we can call. So I do think you're right, Kitty. I do think Savannah might be a help here.
Hi.
I showed Clara a film that really
That's not going to help.
Actual film? Where'd you find it?
Yeah, out in the ruins.
Mm-hmm. Prick up your ears. Someone's talking to you.
What do you mean?
What's on that film is at the heart of everything.
It was an old birthday party.
Charlotte's. Maybe she's the one doing the talking.
Okay, spooky. Spooky, but not helpful.
I better get going.
Good night.
Addison, you know Jessalyn. Who's she called Douche? I need some help here.
What's up?
I found some strange ruins. Did you make it out there?
No. That has to be it.
What?
Jess was obsessed with finding where Charlotte died. Did it look like there was a fire there?
Yeah.
That's it. I wouldn't go near that spot for anything.
Did you know Colton was seeing someone else?
What?
He implied that his relationship with Jessalyn was set up by Clara and his parents.
I used to think we were really close, but I don't know. Maybe it was, and she didn't tell me.
Do you know anything about Lexi?
Yeah, Colton was dating her before he and Jess got engaged.
Would it strike you as weird if he were talking to her now?
Very. She split and it broke his heart. I mean, honestly. I think that's what probably prompted the engagement. If she's back, I don't even know what that means.
I'd better get going.
Find Jess.
Merg. Wade didn't seem to have any help. I could try to make a blind guess based on how many words are in one of them. Because obviously if there's less the amount of words... Still, the only other individual who might know...
Yes?
Yeah, no.
Goodbye.
Take care.
No. I'm not asking any of that stuff of her. Looks like we get to play some guessing games, ladies and gentlemen. I might have to at some point. You are not wrong. That epitaph, those words are gone. Aha! LA! We found them. Okay. Word 2. Letter 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tapa. Alright, then the only one we're missing is Dodge. Doge? Look at all the graves again. Maybe we missed a name. Because apparently that's what we did with LA. Check my journal. Maybe that has some notes. Because remember, Wade was telling us a bunch of stuff about the graves back in the last episode. And he might have mentioned one of them had the nickname Doge or something. Doge, Judge. Something along those lines. I'm laughing at the fact that I've never really read Nancy's journals. Shock and awe. Didn't really need to on the amateur level. So I didn't know she writes cute little notes like this, where the story of Charlotte's death inspired a creepy rhyme. Fire so red, night so black, dear sweet Charlotte, please come back. I've composed my own variation. Family so strange, house so old, blah blah blah, blah blah tired. I think I need to find a way to get a little more rest. Oh wait, maybe this will help calling the ghost. The first thing, not the one I wrote. So go figure, that's kind of cute. Where are the notes on the graves? Why do I sound like snakes? Addison's number, Thornton Hall, family business, da-da-da-da-da. I don't have any notes here. Oh, bugger. Hmm.
Can't check that off yet. Still have to do that.
Well, the grave we're looking for has to have at least 6 words. And it's not likely to be the ones that we've already used.
Hi.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I don't need belief.
Why not?
I have proof. EVP. Here's some creepy things from time to time. Check it out whenever you want, if you got the nerve.
What made you call Savannah?
Jessalyn didn't run away, and she wasn't kidnapped.
Savannah seemed to think you'd be disappointed she didn't come here. Any reason why?
Savannah's talking to you about me?
Yeah, she's helping me with a case.
Don't suppose you could give me your number?
I don't think she'd want that.
So she told you.
Told me?
She and I were something of a couple. Long time ago. Been a long time since we talked.
Goodbye.
Adios.
Wait, maybe. No. Maybe? Most likely. Back away slowly. Yeah. Okay. Do we need to phone a friend? Not necessarily on the answer for the epitaph, but the answer on who to look at for it. Because I think I remember seeing the name Doge somewhere, but it's clearly not on one of the graves. Maybe it was the book? Thornton's of Black Rock Isle. The Last Flight of Carnita and Doge. Yeah! I think I found it. Roger Doge, as he was known to his friends, never let his difficulties stand in the way. As a child, he was fond of... As a child, he found he was defined by a persistent stutter that would follow him through his life. He often state that his difficulties with speech led him to be somewhat shy child. He grew into being a bookish young man with a deep love of language. Despite his great intelligence, he would struggle to find his place in the world. Sounds familiar. That changed when he met Marianne in the spring of his freshman year. As a boy, he wrote in a letter sent to a longtime friend, "I feel sorry for myself because I couldn't speak. Now I only feel sorry for those who cannot listen. Marianne knows how to listen, and she taught me how to be heard." By all accounts, Marianne was quite taken with Doge immediately. According to the oft-told anecdote, Doge often proclaimed he would love her until the day He could say her name without a single hesitation. On the spot, she declared that he is henceforth to call her Marianne Katerina. The joke solidified into a nickname once the couple noticed the scandalous reaction she received from the stuffier members of the Thornton clan. Always a bit mischievous, Marianne was never quite in step with the rest of the family. She was known for her wicked sense of humor and often envied for the privileged position she held. Usually the first person that relatives would turn to with a problem, Marianne led the family through many troubled times. But the real trouble began on the stormy night in the middle of winter. Marianne had been asked to meet with the head of a small agricultural company the Thornton business had been hoping to acquire. The papers had been drawn up, but there was still some uncertainty on the part of the company owners, Mandregal, Stock, and Graham. I think that's a reference to another location, another Nancy game. Marianne was tasked with assigning their worries, with assuaging their worries, and getting the papers signed. Roger, as usual, was at her side. One can only guess their last moments together. This we know. There was a small prop plane. The small prop plane crashed in an empty field after running into an unexpected strong storm. All 4 passengers died on impact, along with the 2-person flight crew. Those who knew the pair knew, at the very least, they must have been relieved to have each other's company in those last moments as the plane fluttered down from the sky. Ooh. It sounds like Marianne Thornton was the one actually in charge of the company prior to Claire. That would mean that's Harper's parents. Why didn't Harper inherit the company then, as opposed to Claire? So we now know this is the guy. Okay. 6 word 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3rd letter D. And now we have the the phone password. I don't think it spells a word, but maybe it's not supposed to. If it is supposed to, we have it incorrect. All right. Yeah, we have it incorrect. Okay. Either I counted incorrectly or we guessed some people wrong. I'm fairly confident on some of them, because it's kind of impossible to count like 5 or 2 words incorrectly. You know? But I don't know if you're supposed to count the names. That's my question. So, I turn to my lovely, lovely love. Are we supposed to count the names? Can you give me that much of a hint? Alright, keep trying until then. Maybe I entered it wrong? Did I miss a letter? Hmm. This is the only LA, so that has to be the case. If the names don't count... 2... This would make no sense. Because you need the 5th letter of the 2nd word. Yes, we have. Because you needed the... Here's the problem. I skipped one. Virginia Thornton is actually supposed to be here. Which means whoever we have listed as Nana is wrong. Because that's who I had listed as the aunt. Alright. Virginia Thornton, 2-4. So we have Grandma, RN, Douche, BT, Factory Victims, Nana, LA, and then the Ghost. Herb. Learn to read, Ditto. No. Alright. With that said, we can go over here then. Wait, no. Virginia was over... Where was Virginia? It's over here. There we go. Alright. VT 2-4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be an R. Okay. And then we need to figure out who Nana is. And or who Grandma is. Because Nana could be Claire's mother. Wait, no, we thought Napa? Marianne. That's who Nana was. Not Virginia. So... double check Asking Marianne. There isn't 7 letters here, so that can't be it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, there is. So that was where we got the E from. So let's just go try to do this now with the additional R that we got from the VT I was missing. I think the title of the stream is accurate, right? Boldly going the wrong direction. Or wrong way. Alright. Did I spend it by? Excuse me? Well, that's not correct. What am I doing wrong? We know there's the grandmother. RN, which is pretty straightforward. Grandmother's our biggest question. Doge, after research, tells us exactly who that is. So that we just have to recount. VT tells us exactly who that is. The factory accidents tell us exactly who that is. We don't know who Nana is. We know who LA is because that tells exactly who this is, and the ghost. We don't know who that is. So. Oh, we do know who the ghost is. Sorry, I misspoke. Furthermore, I'm terrible at counting, so that could also be a problem. Let's try this again. We know that the ghost is Charlotte. Sorry, notes, pages. 4, 2. If we are counting names, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4 would be W, but obviously that's not the case. I think I counted correctly. So if we try not counting names, let's see where we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 2. 1, 2, L. Because I'm pretty sure we have figured out pretty much everyone except for Nana and Grandma distinctly. Pretty hard. 2, 5. 1, 2. See, this doesn't make any sense. You have to count the names. LA 2, 5. Because if we don't count the names, the second letter in this is only 2 letters long. It can't be the 5th letter. So you have to count the names. I am confused. I am very, very confused. I think I'll take a sip of water. Yes, please. We've wasted enough time. Oh, case in point, my 8 o'clock lighting just kicked in. Let me fix that. That tells us we have been going for 2 hours, though, because I believe we started just after 6. Do we want to consider maybe wrapping up for the evening with that answer? Because I already have a feeling this is going to be a pain to edit. Yeah, we should at least conclude this part. That's a better plan. Sorry. Tickling my throat from the water. Now, where did that lighting setting go? Turn that. Spooky. And then we'll adjust the nearest light back to this and a little down so it's not too bright. There. Now I'm much better in focus. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Alright, alrighty, ready. Let me get myself a little situated here. Alright. I was very close. No, I was... P-R... D-R-Y-I-W. Where did I get the B? Where did I get the B from? Trying to review my notes here. Where did I get the... Maybe I just had them in the wrong order? Odd. Okay. Let's go get this. Helps if you don't get caught in a back and forth loop. Okay. P-R-D-R-Y-I-W. What about that? P-R... D-R... Aha! Y-R... I-W. Hey, we got in the phone! We got in her phone! Woohoo! Let's go ahead and poke through her phone, shall we? Or do we want to save that for next time? Look through it? Yeah, gotta look through it now. Gotta snoop. Pretty normal texts. And somehow, when she disappeared, Invertebrates. 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 Yes? No, invertebrates. I'll make a note. No invertebrates. I'm sending this photograph backwards. Okay, I hope that works out for you. The olds. The olds sometimes don't know how to use the phones. Invitations? Typewriters. I find this amusing. Hey.
Addie, come here, quick! I see something. Seriously? Shh, stay still. Listen, I don't hear. What? What's happening? I'm just practicing. You are such a brat. Shh, I'm falling for it again. No, Addie, I'm serious. Listen, footsteps. I don't hear them. Maybe it was the wind. That is not the title of this program. Oh, and I suppose you have a better name? With this ring, the dead. No, that's weird, and you're weird for saying it. We're using mine. I'm Jessalyn Tara Thornton, and I'm Addison Abomination Hammond. And this is Ghost Talker Tours. This week, we're creeping into Thornton Hall, the most haunted place in the known universe. Children around here grew up in fear of the dreaded Charlotte Thornton, also known as my cousin. We're here to find... Oh, that is a spider! It is in my hair! I don't even want to be alive anymore! Please just kill me! Got it! Look there. There it goes! Well, on the bright side, we can check spiders off the list. That was a black widow! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Probably just gave it the scare of its life. It's not going to bother us. It's her or me. I just dropped it. Open the floor with the floorboards. Let's just grab it in the AM, unless you want to go one-on-one with our little friend down there.
Oh, now we know about the floorboards.
Where are we going? Are you sure you want to know? I'm just going to pretend it's a top secret, really nice hotel. We're looking for the ruins where Charlotte died. Remember when Elizabeth got married and we all watched rom-coms and ate caramel corn? I was just thinking, like, at no point that evening was I like, I'll die here. It just didn't come up. Maybe not for you, but 2 movies in, I was thinking fondly about my own mortality. Wait, what's that say?
Wait, what's that say?
The serpent rests in the center on the 2 handles. I think I know what that's about. Whoa! Buddy system! Jess! Where are you going? I know you're freaking out. I promise this will be quick. Are all of those coffins occupado? I gotta go outside. Just 2 seconds. There's some sort of message in the window. Yeah, I know.
Message in the window?
It says, this building is for dead people only.
The window in the crypt.
Jessalyn! This isn't funny! Where are you? Jessie! I don't want to be alone. Please stop, please! Please come back! This isn't funny! I'm too scared.
That's an odd sound.
I don't understand. Are you okay? Jess, if this is a prank, it's not funny. Not funny!
Jess, you're really scaring me. Say something.
I said leave me alone.
Now!
Did Jess get possessed? By her cousin. Okay, now that got us some,
I shouldn't make a call with Jesselyn's phone.
yeah, probably not. That did, in fact, get us quite a bit of interesting dialogue now, didn't it? After hearing all that, are you sure you want me to wrap up and wait for next week? Lovely love, who is my moderator. How long have I actually been going for? And how long were we waiting at the start? Fair. Then I'm going to go ahead and call it. I do hope that everybody has been having a fun time. I know I have been. And this one is going to be a hell of a lot harder to edit because I was far more active, I do think. So I do hope that you'll join me back for next time as we continue and follow the leads we found on the phone. And maybe encounter our spider fiend. Ugh. So, as we boldly go off in the wrong way, I'm Dit'to Clair. It has been an absolute pleasure being here with Aliyah. But this has been Dit'to Clair, and I will say to you, you can only level up